In this lecture, we are looking at another Qt Quick Control component, which is RangeSlider. It basically allows you to choose a range specifying the minimum value and the maximum value. Let's go to Qt Creator and look at this. Okay, here we are in Qt Creator. We are going to create our new project, Qt Quick application. It's going to be called RangeSlider demo. Save it in the usual location, hit next, choose your Qt version, your kit, and next. We want to change the title here to RangeSlider demo and import our Qt Quick Controls module 2.4, that is. But before we do anything with this thing, I want to go to the documentation and show it to you. So we're going to say RangeSlider. And if you look at it, it is from the Qt Quick Controls module. What it does, it is used to select the range specified by two values by sliding each handle along the track. You basically have something like this. Let's go back to our code. Put in a row component that is going to contain our range sliders. We want the spacing to be 40. And the width is going to be the same as for the parent. Inside, we want to put a range slider. We don't wait anymore. If you go back to the documentation and look at its properties, you see that you can specify the first value and the second value. The first value is basically the starting value for your range, and the second value is the ending value. We want to specify a first value of 25 and a second value of 75. After we specify this, we also have to specify the from and the to properties because it needs to know the range where it is operating. Okay, we're going to say from 1 and to 100. Let's run. And you see our range slider here. Okay, if you move it, you're going to change the values for the first component, and you're going to change the value for the second component by dragging this second handle here. If you need to know the values as they change, you can do something like first on value changed, and you can console log okay, and you can do the same thing for the second value. Second value. Let's run. You see that when you first run the application, the signals are emitted. Okay, as you drag the first handle, you're going to see the value change. Okay, you can drag it up to the second handle, you can't go past it. The second handle can be dragged up to 100, the maximum. If you drag it down, it can't go past the first handle. This is what this control does. If you happen to need it, it is available to you. Another thing you should see is that you can make this vertical. Okay, you can basically use the orientation property, okay, and make it vertical if you want. It is horizontal by default. We're going to copy this and come back to our code and say orientation and pass in the vertical orientation. If we run this, our range slider is vertical. Okay, when it is vertical, the first handle is to the bottom. As you can see here, as we drag it, we see that the first value changes to something. The second handle is to the top. Okay, this is weird. I thought that the first handle should be to the top and the second one to the bottom. But you can play with this and organize things as you want. Okay, this is really all I had to say about the range slider. It is available to you if you happen to need it. In the next lecture, we're going to see how you work with the flickable components and scroll bars. I'll see you there.